excited for this lesson. Let's continue on and talk about soul contracts. You came here with very specific soul contracts. I'm being shown it like a pod. I always see they're like pods of souls. So in your pod, you have multiple people in the pod, and all of those people you have a different soul contract with, whether it's the mailman that walked down the street and you saw once, or the lady that serves you coffee once a week all the time, or the person you walked by at the grocery store that you had a quick conversation with. Sometimes it's your family members you have soul contracts with. That's a given, I want to say, that you have contracts with them, and each contract is different, and each one fulfills a different role, a different purpose, a different layer of both your growth and their growth. Some people you have a soul contract with where they're going to come in and hurt you, and they're going to trigger you. And that triggering and that hurting is actually not to punish you. That person has a great affinity soul contract with you that they're going to come in and do that thing to make sure you shoot up and say, hell no, I am being my most empowered self and I'm calling back that piece of me. But you won't do that if you're not in an experience with somebody who has a soul contract with you to do that. I am not dismissing that people hurt each other. That is not what I'm doing, because there's hurt that happens that has nothing to do with that specific type of soul contract. So I don't want to negate from that. Do not confuse somebody who comes in and strips you of your power and treats you like garbage as one of those soul contracts. Some of them are and some of them aren't. You will know them because you will have an innate love for them, regardless of what's happened. That's a soul contract. On a soul level, you are aware that they play an integral role in your self-empowerment and taking back your power. Now, another type of soul contract is ones where you have people who come in, who lift you up, who support you, who open you, who activate you, who refill and replenish your energy to help you continue on your way. You know, when you're at the rock bottom and an earth angel shows up and says just the right thing at just the right moment, they have a soul contract with you as well. So if you think about all of your life, okay, I have people, you have people, we all have people. Our team, I have a group of teams in the room right now that want to share this. This is not common knowledge, but it's imperative that you understand this. You have people that you have a soul contract with waiting to come in, who are set up to literally give you a hand up, to lift you up, to share you with other people, to replenish something in your spirit and your soul that you have forgotten or that was taken away through the other experiences that were negative, that were disappointments. You have people set up to show up at the exact right times, just when you need it, at just the right moment. There's really something intense coming in about a grocery store. It's super important. Being at a grocery store or being in a grocery store, you have either been to one or will be in one. The people that stop and give you a compliment, they have a soul contract with you to remind you who you are. That's their soul contract. And your soul contract with them is, I'm going to unfurl sparkling divine light into you for this moment to remind you that you matter. That's the soul contract you have with them. So you see how that worked? You come in to remind them that they matter, and they're going to refresh your memory of who you are with sheer gratitude and love. Your job is to receive that knowing. They're reminding you of your innate true essence of who you are. Now, when a loved one dies, their soul contract the soul contract ends, but the spirit contract continues further. So if you think about a giant room, I want you to close your eyes and see this. You are in a giant room. I'm being told to guide you through this. So close your eyes, roll your shoulders, wiggle your bums, your hips, your toes, your fingers, and breathe. Deep breath in, filling your vessel with light. I want you to intend right now to just allow yourselves to step into a room. Use your imagination, use your knowing, use your hearing. Even if you don't see anything or feel you're not connected, you are. I want you to step into a door that is directly in front of you and breathe. Deep breath in, filling your vessel with light. The door is white. There might be crystalline energy around it. You might notice your loved ones standing beside the door, and they're opening the door for you. As you walk in, this is the soul contract room. I want you to notice how big this room actually is. On the walls of this pod, a circular room, they're almost like architect blueprints. Each person's blueprint. I want you to notice now the room is filled with them. The ceiling, the floor, the walls. It's okay if you step on one. That's okay. Those are phased out soul contracts or the soul contracts from past lives that are underneath your energy, ancestral patterning, things you're breaking through. Notice the color of the floor. I want you to notice in the room all of the soul contracts. There are beams of blue light all around the room, kind of like Mission Impossible. They're going through and doing the acrobats to get around the blue beams of light that protect the diamond in the middle. You're the diamond. Don't worry about walking through them. Just notice the beams of light between different people. I want you to notice that there are blueprints or contracts on the wall, the blueprints, soul blueprints. There are certain ones that are glowing. Those are now become spirit contracts. They are not removed from your pod. They are not removed from your contracts of life. You still have a soul contract. When a loved one passes over, it becomes a spirit contract. It is unbreakable. It is impossible to disconnect it. Even if you feel disconnected, those in spirit you have beaming towards you. You may notice the beam of light coming directly towards you specifically as you walk in the room. Those blueprints are highlighted and glowing. They are not removed from your life path for your experience. It actually is amplified because it now becomes a full-blown spirit contract, which means they have an innate or a direct line to your individuated soul, as well as the great spirit that is you as well. You are spirit. You are spirit as an individuated soul. Your loved ones who have passed on have a direct beam of light that is connected to you no matter what. You may see the person now. You may know their names. You may see their names written across it. Yes, you need to trust. If you just have a knowing that a name pops in, yes, you do. You have grandparents. You have spouses. You have children. Somebody, you have stillborn babies or babies that you did not come to pass in the physical world. They are very much part of your spirit and soul contract. We have those soul contracts too. So there's the soul contracts we have with spirit. There's the soul contracts we have with God, universe, source, mother of all creation. There are soul contracts that you have with individual people. I have a soul contract with you. You may notice me stepping into the room. I am not sure why it's coming through like that, but that's what they're showing me. My higher self is stepping into the room with your higher self. I'm going to place my hands out. I want you to place your hands in mine. I want you to notice all of your loved ones in spirit coming forward, placing a hand on your shoulder. I want you to notice your guides, archangels, placing their hands all around you as you place your hands in mine. I want you to feel the love streaming through. I'm going to take you now across the room and I'm going to show you the soul blueprints or contracts that are the most important to you at this time. I want you to follow me around the room. I'm going to put my hand upon one. I want you to notice the name at the top of it. Whose contract is that you're with right now, that you're healing, that you're empowering yourself from, or that you're releasing? You may just hear a name, it may just be a knowing. You may actually see this. We're going to move to the next one. That's just for your awareness to know that that soul contract is very, very important to you at this time. We're going to move to the next one. In the room, I'm hearing there are 3 that are irrelevant at this time. We're going to move to the second one. I'm going to place my hand. I want you to place your hand on top of it. It's more than a feeling. Trust it. Who is the second person that you have a soul contract with? Let yourself receive the name, the knowing. We're going to move on to the third person now. I'm going to place my hand, I'll walk around the room and place my hand on the last one. This last one will be the most important, and where your focus is placed or will be placed shortly in order for you to heal and be triumphant and overcome and transcend and release and have forgiveness of. I'm placing my hand on that soul contract now. Allow yourself to receive the information, a name, just a knowing. You may see their face. You may see the blueprint light up. Now I want you to come back to me. I'm going to place my hands out again. I want you to place your hands on top of mine one last time. And we're going to circle your energy with light. We're going to thread your entire being with pure divine light. We're going to open your throat chakra, your crown chakra, your earth star chakra, your sacral chakra, your root chakra. And I'm supposed to tell you that you can do this. You will have understood these 3 soul contracts with an innate knowing and integrated. You will have released any ones that you need to release at this time that is for your highest good. And you will call back the pieces of you from those soul contracts that are intended to be returned to you. Ashe, so be it. I'm going to place my hands in prayer on my chest. You may do the same. I want to thank you. Your loved ones are going to leave the room with you as you continue your journey. I want you to now follow me out the door. We're going to close the door. I want you to notice that that door is sealed with the infinite. Your records are no longer able to be accessed by anyone or anything or any entity or any being that is not of the absolute highest guidance. Now that you've walked out of the room, I want you to take a deep breath in. Feel your energy expanding, your physical body expanding with light as you breathe in divine light. I want you to breathe out, pushing it all the way down through your legs, grounding you. I want you to come back to your body. Who knew we were going to do that during soul ties and soul contracts? I have an innate trust when I record these lessons for each group that I do this for, and previous lessons that I've recorded years before. They all carry an energy. I do what's called for at that time, and I have complete trust that it is exactly what the individuals who will be watching this, past, present, and future, need for that moment in time. So these videos are timeless. Come back to this anytime you wish to, or you feel called to move to the next soul contract that is of highest guidance for you at that time or that you're dealing with. You can't do it too many times. There are an infinite number of soul contracts you're working through. We're going to be working through them rapidly with the highest integration because we're doing it with spirit. It's no longer you trying to grapple what the hell is going on. Why am I connected to this person? Why does this keep coming up? We're not doing it through you doing it on your own. We're doing this the spirit way is what I'm hearing. Doing it with spirit means it's quicker, it's faster, it's integrated on a deeper level and allows you to transcend it and move past it so that you can fulfill your highest path and timeline. If you have questions about the soul contracts or you want to share your experience from it, everybody wins when you allow yourself to win or share your experience. It's the beauty of spirit and this container that we have here.